Alright, we're back at Animal Kingdom today. They're calling for severe thunderstorms
later today.
So we're going to try to get in a couple hours for you guys. Maybe hit the safari, maybe go to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
Yeah, we don't go there too often.
So,
right?
Yeah, got to change it up, do something new.
Yep, so Rafiki's Planet Watch and who knows what else. It'll be a surprise.
So stay tuned.
Some more greater kudu's really close here on the right, as well as the bongos. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest. Very good at disappearing when they need to. You can see the horns on their head are slanted backwards. They're very smooth. They allow them to cut through brush quickly and easily in order to get away from predators. We're off to a pretty great start here for our champion hide-and-go seekers, but we have a lot more terrain to cover, so we are going to continue forward just a bit. Usually only completely surface from the water when it's time to graze on leafy greens. They're herbivores. They eat things like grass, lettuce, and bushes. Now, just because hippos eat those things doesn't mean that they aren't dangerous, though. Still very territorial and aggressive, very dangerous. They only share their territory mainly with animals that are symbiotic to them. There's the baby hippo here on the left-hand side, laying on the island here.
The bird's on him. He's like, get off me.
Cindy's such a cutie. Ooh, we're coming up on a giraffe here around the corner. This is a Maasai giraffe. Their pattern is very splotchy around the edges. They're the most common type of giraffe. They're also the tallest animals in Africa. They stand around 20 feet tall with an additional 1.5 feet that's added for their tongue. Their tongues are prehensile, so they can use them to pull down leaves from trees, maneuver over thorny bushes without getting stuck, and my personal favorite, lick their own eyeballs and ears. Now, giraffes spend most of their day eating. They have a 4-chambered stomach, so they constantly have to eat in order to remain full. And that doesn't really leave a whole lot of time for sleeping, but that's okay. On average, a giraffe only needs about 30 minutes of sleep per day. 30 minutes is usually accumulated through 5-minute naps, which are taken standing up and with their eyes open. They are the tallest and lightest shade of pink of all the flamingos. But their babies are not born pink, they're born gray. And will be gray for up to 1.5 years based on the amount of beta-carotene in their diet, which comes from brine shrimp and other water creatures. Lazy. They're usually sleeping at this time of day. Hi, buddy. You gonna plop down right there? Yep. So lazy. There you go. This is what we call a crash of rhinos. That's what we call a group. Pretty ironic since white rhinos can't see all that well. Oh, there's 3 animals around this corner here. So the ostriches are the largest birds in the bird family. Only about 300 pounds, but can run about 40 to 50 miles per hour, unable to fly. These are Grant zebra. They are black with white stripes. We know that because their mouths and noses are black. And the brown animals here on the right are the water buck. They're one of the few species of antelope that do not migrate. Once they find a source of water they like, they're going to stay there.
Alright guys, just got off the safari again, and it's approximately, if anybody wants to know, it's approximately 20 minutes. 20 minutes on that ride.
20 minutes of a ride.
On the
it's pretty good. We saw a lot of animals today.
Yeah, which
and
you
it's
guys
overcast.
seen. Yes, it is.
That's probably why.
So, give or take 20 minutes.
20 minutes safari ride.
It's good.
Pretty good.
On our way to Pandora through the back entrance here, and we just ordered our food online. Would you say online?
I guess it's online
on the
through the app.
Yeah. Is that what it is? My Disney experience. And we've been having pretty good luck with that. And you got to do it just right. Like right now, we're not there, but we're about
not at Pandora
4 or 5
yet.
minutes away. And but we're going to hit we're there.
Yes, go ahead. Hit we're there.
I'm going to do it right now.
Go.
Boom. Okay. So
We'll see if it's ready
by
when
the
we
time
get
we
there.
get there, we can just walk right up and it'd be ready for us.
We'll find out if this is true.
We're trying to beat the rain, matter of fact, since it's gonna probably come down on us, but we chose to come anyway and try to get a few hours in.
I wanted to try to get to Rafiki's Planet Watch. I hope we can.
We're gonna try to squeeze that in. We'll see. They're actually calling for some serious thunderstorms.
Yeah, I'm wearing a quarter sleeve shirt and I'm hot.
But the winds are picking up. It feels good.
I don't think we're gonna make it to the Rafiki's Planet Watch. Rain's coming. You should show them on the satellite thing what it looks like. All right, so what does that say?
That says thunderstorms are more than likely.
That means we're getting out.
Well, we
before
tried to get up here earlier just to, you know,
beat the rain.
get something in, but
We did beat the rain, but we didn't get to do as much as we'd like to.
it's still always nice for us. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we got to eat at Pandora, as you've seen.
Yep.
Got to go on a safari.
Yep. And now we
Safari
gotta
was
go.
good. And now we got to go. Got to cut it short today, guys. I don't feel like getting wet and
Soaked
soggy
shoes.
today. So,
All right, let's go look at the lines for the Navi River journey real quick.
that's 75 minutes for a 10-minute ride.
75 minutes for less than a 10-minute ride.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But it's still nice. I mean, if you come up only once, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a
Better
must.
than a 200-minute line.
It's a must see for sure.
It's a nice little boat ride.
Flights of Passage is definitely a must see too. That was awesome.
That's an awesome ride.
All right, as you can see, I didn't make it. I tried to get to the store and show you guys some Pandora and didn't make it, as you can see. So we're gonna head back to the RV. I'm gonna try to catch up with Jolly, and here it comes. Didn't I just say a second ago I didn't want to get wet? And then look at this. See you back at the RV. It kind of let up for now, but as you can see, look around us. It will come again. It's just taking a little break, and I took that opportunity to get back even though I'm soaking wet. I wanted to give you guys a quick tip though. While Jolly and Sierra are still inside the park, they wanted to do a couple or try to catch a couple Pokemon, because she still likes doing that with her, and there's a couple areas in there she wanted to go to. But I just wanted to give you this quick tip if it's not too windy, and that is if you got cameras, any kind of battery packs or anything like that, you don't want to get wet. If you go into a store or even a let me get it this way, a little outside type store or whatever, they will give you a clear bag to throw your stuff in, which is pretty cool. Say you went to the park, you didn't buy anything. Well, we don't buy something every time we come to the park, but if you come to the park and you don't have anything, or a waterproof bag or something like that, just ask the store and they'll give you one of these like we just did, and then it'll protect your stuff in that downpour I was just in. So anyhow, just a quick tip. All right, so guys, I'm back at the RV. Let me just tell you, the good thing about bringing the RV to the parks is that I have a change of clothes, as you can see, and I can we keep the RV always loaded with our clothes, socks, underwear, the whole 9 yards for occasions like this, or if we decide, hey, we don't want to go back home today, we want to stay somewhere, we're kind of like the spur of the moment type of people like that. So also, if we want to go somewhere real quick, we don't really have to pack the RV, other than maybe if we want to put some snacks or something like that in it, lunch meat, bread, and things like that. But I did want to show you that I did that review on that dryer, and I haven't ran a vent to it yet, but I did install it in the RV, and it came out pretty good. The way I basically wired that is, though, in the back of the RV here, we have 2 plugs on each side of the bed, and I just basically ran an extension cord right up under the bed. It goes right down into the storage. There's a little spot under there that I could just run instead of tapping into electric and stuff like that, I figured I'd do it the easier way, and just plug it in that way. It seems to work fine on that. I was going to show you, because my shirt's right over here that I was just wearing a second ago. I was going to actually throw it in the dryer and maybe show you guys how that works and how I did my setup underneath. I think it turned out pretty good. It fits in that little space perfectly, and maybe when it's not pouring down rain right now, as you can see on TV. Also, we have the TV, and that's on antenna. I haven't changed the channel yet. I just seen the warning, so I just kept it there. But look how clear it comes in. It's got a little bit of, static a little bit here and there on that channel, but another good reason to bring the RV. You either have to be, of course, plugged in or on generator power, but I figured if I can get it vented somehow out the back, I don't necessarily, if I'm stopped somewhere at a campground, I can basically just open up the back compartment and there you have it. That's vented. Man, that wind's picking up. It's not a real good time to be in 60-mile-an-hour winds in an RV. You guys really don't see that shaking, but it's shaking pretty good. Really, we should be on the road right now, heading back home before it gets real bad. They're calling at around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. It's going to get really bad. But anyway, I'm just sitting here waiting on Jolly and Sierra to get back. I did happen to put a keyless entry lock on there. I really didn't show the install of that. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I will show you that lock here and give you my opinion of it. So stay tuned for that. But I did want to show you real quick. I went out, of course, on Amazon, and this is just temporary. It's blowing pretty good. I was thinking of putting a DC TV up here, because when I hit the switch under here, this is what operates my 12 volt. And I have a, back here behind this curtain, cigarette lighter, 12 volt cigarette lighter up there. So instead of running the generator right now, I figured I'd get this out. This is the inverter I bought. I believe it's 400 watt, and I forget, because I don't have my glasses on, I forget the maximum output of it. But it's got 2 plugs, it's got 2 USBs, and it's got an on and off switch. So far, as you can see, that's running this TV off 12 volt and inverting it, obviously, to what I need. And also I got my DVD player that is also off 12 volt. How long it would last on those batteries that I have, I really only have the 2 12 volt deep cycle batteries underneath, the ones that the coach came out with. Thought about changing that into 6 volt, but really don't have a lot of room. I don't know if 6 volt, if any of you guys know what, if I would get even better power off just 2 6 volts, that would only be 12 golf cart batteries versus 2 12 volt deep cycle batteries. Let me know if that's a better option. I really don't know the specs on either one of those, even though I do have a golf cart at home. Haven't really looked it up. But I wanted to just show you that real quick while I'm sitting here waiting on Jolly. I figured that I'd just temporarily hook it up just to see if it worked, because I just got it in the other day. If we're dry camping or something like that, that's actually pretty decent. That's all we really need. I would like to get me some sort of solar panels in the future to add to this and keep the batteries charged and topped off. Now we did have a couple issues when we were camping in the deep woods, and I don't know how much solar you'd probably get through there. I know on a couple RVs ago we had a lot of solar on that, and it made the difference, let me tell you. The last Class C that we had, we didn't have any solar, and we were running out of juice, and it was cold, and the heater, the furnace, was drawing so much of the batteries that it didn't even keep us warm all night. It basically killed the batteries in the middle of the night. So it's something that I think about. I'd like to just be more self-contained like that for the times we do dry camping like that. We don't go out to camp to watch TV. We're normally out and about so we can show you nature and of course Disney, Fort Wilderness. Very rarely do we just sit in the RV to watch TV. So, but it's just a good little piece of equipment, you know, just for them times we might be able to watch a little something, or even hook up a little fan would be nice. I'm hoping I'm keeping you entertained without being all over the place. It stopped raining right now, and I'm still waiting on Jolly, but I want to just show you this quick setup. Now keep in mind, I haven't organized everything yet. Oh, there's my new lock. Works pretty good so far. Had to do some serious adjustment though to get it to work, but let me just show you real quick my setup. Now I just picked up this oil today, so this is not where it goes. I just put it here for now, but there's the setup. As you can see, I just basically put a wood base on. I put a on this side, I don't know if you can see that, but back there I put an eye hook, and I ran a ratchet strap all the way around. I put an eye hook on this side as well with the ratchet strap, and then like I told you guys inside the RV, I just went ahead for now and just plugged it into that heavy-duty extension cord back here. But let's go ahead and throw my wet shirt in there, turn it on, and I got that on heat. Okay, and I don't know if you can see it in there, but it is drying. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna crack the back open, and that way it just vents out the back here. Let's give it some time and see if I got a dry shirt. This is called Hang Out with Scott. Let's see how long that takes. I'm sure it's not going to be that long. Let me go open up the back, let it vent out a little bit, because I didn't hook up any hoses or anything like that. It's still a work in progress. I don't like to leave unfinished things, but with our busy schedules and all, I do what I can. And that door lock, the first part of it didn't take me long. It was just the adjustment after the fact to get that keyless entry to work. If it binds a little bit, it doesn't lock all the way, which I'll go over that later with you if anybody cares to know what kind of lock that is. It's been 20 minutes. Let's take a look and see how this went. Ooh, look, the floating mountains of Pandora. Let's see what we got. I actually threw my socks in there too. Oh my gosh, look how dry that is. 20 minutes. Probably dried less than that, really. Works pretty darn good. Alright, I was hoping to get a vent for it, to maybe I can just open up one side of that door and vent it out. So if we're running down the road while we're driving, hit the generator on. If you got wet clothes, you want to do a load of laundry. Because I told you we already had the base camp washer. It's a little bit of a pain. It's not like, you know, you can wash it and it drains out the water. You got to manually do it. But it works good. The base washer works good. For what we need, it's perfect for us. It's portable. So I'm going to try to give Jolly the heads up. Right now I'm using, I don't know if any of you guys use an app for weather. I just actually downloaded this on a different phone. It's called the Weather Bug. The Weather Bug seems to work pretty good. It's got the radar on it. And let me show you guys. As you can see, it's coming. The line's coming. Wouldn't recommend Jolly to be in there with Sierra really, we don't have too many bad days at Disney. We look at it as a gift. We're thankful to be able to do it. We're thankful to come up here, and as many times as we've been up here, it's always fun for us. It's always fun to show you guys new things and try to hopefully be a little entertaining while we're doing it. And we're still trying to get better at that. I did some drone footage. Drone footage was cool, but of course we can't put drone footage on our channel anymore until, if you know, I get a license to do it. Now you got to be a licensed pilot, drone pilot to, and I think it's only good for 2 years. And I wanted to do so much on the drone footage too, to show you guys. The first drone that crashed, I had some really good footage to show you guys. I really took my time. I think I was flying that thing for about an hour and a half. I had 3 other batteries, and I was charging them at the same time. So I would say total, not one after another, but probably a good hour and a half that day. I was just doing nothing but doing drone footage to show you guys. And of course the crash, I couldn't get any of that footage. I don't know what happened to it. But as far as the channel, I would love to bring it to another level, to where we could sit down and say, okay, what are we going to do this day, and actually plan it out and actually edit it. What we're doing right now, it takes a ton of time just to do it, edit it. Jolly's sometimes up till 11, 12 o'clock doing it, and then she has to get up for work in the morning. And I think that if we had more time to spend on it, and we could drastically improve it, is what I'm saying. There's always room for improvement.